Hello viewers. Yes, welcome to my channel. This is Ify's African Fashion. Ify's African Fashion is a fashion designer. I'm so excited to see you again this morning. What a beautiful day. Yes, I bless you all, those who have been so watching our channel, those who have been so supportive. Yes, our sincere gratitude go to you all. Yes, so today is an amazing day indeed. If you are watching us for the first time, subscribe to our channel. Yes, it's free. You are not going to pay for it. Or anytime we send a new video, the notification will be sent to you as well. Yes. In this channel, we do a lot of amazing things, amazing designs, amazing ways of learning new things every day. So keep watching Ify's African Fashion. Yes, you will be entertained in all way, in all round. Yes, thank you very much. So today we are going to learn something new in our today's tutorial. We are going to learn something new in our today's tutorial. Today we are doing a dress. But the dress you are watching today is more like a mermaid dress. They call it some call it peplum, some call it a mermaid dress. But indeed, after making the dress, you will see how it looks, and you will now know the better name to qualify it for. So today we are working with an amazing fabric. I said I work with different kind of fabric. This is so beautiful. You can see how shining, how reflecting, how beautiful it looks. Yes, this is the lining. It's a bit stretchy. This is the organza. Then this is the breast cups. It's for, yes, it's for a lady. Yes, this is our scissors, and this is our tape. So we're going to start today's stitching. Yes, we're going to start cutting. First of all, we want to cut the material itself. So we are cutting the material. This is the material. It's 4 yards. Yes, it's a very beautiful material. So before we start cutting, we want to check the stretchy side and the non-stretchy side. So the stretchy side must lay on the body, and the non-stretchy side must be on the other way around. So this is the stretchy part. So fold it from this side. So now I want to cut the front. So the front is an off-shoulder peplum dress. So in cutting an off-shoulder, I usually take off 5. Yes, 5 from the shoulder side. Then I'll get the half length of the dress itself. So the half length, the back side is 37, while the front is 34. That's the knee, the straight part that will stop on the knee before our flare at the bottom. So now I want to do the front and the back the same, but later when I'm doing the setting, I will make the front a bit shorter than the back. So it's 37, but I'm making 38. So I'm taking my line on 38. So this is the front. So I take on 38. So this is gonna be the shoulder side, which is, remember, it's an off shoulder. So this is the neck part. So I want to measure from there. I want to get the bust. The bust is 40 and a half. When we split it into 4, it's 10 to quarter. Then put our allowance. There's gonna be a braid cup on it, so I need to make it extra. So add extra 3 and a half. Then from there, remember our 5. Whatever measurement you do, always take up the 5 to do the measurement. So the half length is 15 and a half. So I took up the 5 to get our 15 and a half. So whatever I get, I tick. Put the chalk. Then to get the hips is 8 and a half. So you measure from the half length, you place your tape from the half length to get 8 and a half. So basically we've now gotten our bust, our waist, and our hips, and this is the lower hips. So now we've done the measurement of the bust. We want to do the one for the waist. The waist is 34. So when you split it into 4, it's 8 and a half. Remember, this is a bit stretchy, so we're not going to make it exactly the same. We'll make it a bit smaller. So which is 32, which is 8. When you split it into 4, then add our allowance of 2 and a half. Then you curve it from the waist to the bust. Then you're getting a curve of that. Then to get the hips is 43. The hips is what? 43. So we're going to make it 42. When you split it into 4, it's 10 and a half. So I'm making it a bit lesser because it's a stretching material. Yeah, you won't make it exact, and the stretch is very, very stretchy. It's a light stretching material. So we measured both the allowance and the main measurement together. We're getting the hips as 13 and a half. So we'll now come here, we'll make it the lower hip, we'll make it 11. 13 and a half, 11, so that it will have that nice shape and curve that we are really looking for. Then when you want to do the off shoulder, you make the off shoulder 1 inch deeper. When it's too deep, it's not gonna be nice at all. Then the neck is more like a round neck, so make the dip of the neck 2.5. So you curve your 2.5. Yeah, so now we want to cut the half cut for the bust side. So the lower bust is 14.5. So the breast cup is 8.5. So 8.5. So the wideness is 5. So we take our 5. So this is in between where it stops, where it ends. Then from the bottom here, we measure 1, we measure 1, we measure 1, we measure 1. Yeah, so we've gotten the curve of the breast. You must have been familiar with this if you are watching our videos. So now I don't want to end it anywhere. So I want to take it from the bottom. So I'm going to make this one 4.5 to quarter. So I want you to have a join at the front. So in order for us to connect the bust, I have to cut it straight down. Then put the join in and it will sit perfectly well. So this is the measurement for the top, for the front, the armpit, the bust, the waist, the hips, and the lower hips. And this is the wideness of the breast cup. So now I want to cut. So that is the front. Yeah, so I want to cut the back. So I don't want to waste fabric, so I want to use this. If I fold it into 2, I think it's gonna be small. Well, let me see. I think it's gonna be enough. Okay, yeah, so it's enough. So we want to cut the front neck and the back neck is gonna be same. So just put it on top and cut. For the back, we have a center at the joint at the back, but that joint is not gonna have because it's stretchy. Not gonna put a zip, and it's a soft stretch. It's not a hard one. Yeah, the last one we did was a thick stretch. So we need a zip. It's not gonna, even if it stretches, it's not gonna stretch too much. But this one stretches so well, so we don't need a zip at the back, but we need that line to be at the center of the back. So which I reserve like 1/2 inch for that line at the back. So I just want to slit the center of the back. Then notch the center. So that one is that for the back. Then I'll cut the front together with the lining on the back. So this is the sleeves. So I just folded it into 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 2 sleeves. We're cutting the 2 sleeves. So I'm cutting the 2 sleeves. Yeah. So now I want to measure the length. The length of the sleeve is 18. So remember 18, I want to fold this, we want like 3 inches allowance. So we're not going to make it 18, we're going to make it 21. So it is together with the folding. It's more like a 3/4 sleeves. So the width is 9, the length is 21. And now I want to get the armpit curve. Remember I said it's 4. So this is the top length. So you curve it from 4 below. So curve it, cut. So we just notch the center. So this is our 2 sleeves. I just want to straighten it. Okay, now I want to cut the peplum, the opening at the bottom of our dress. The opening at the bottom of our dress. This is the dress we're talking about. So this is the dress. It's gonna have a more like a design, a pleated design on top of the neck, 3/4 sleeves. So this is the flex. I want to cut this part of it. So you must make sure you know the length of the dress. You fold it into 2. She's folded into 2. You fold it into 2. You fold it again, making it into 4. So from into 4, you fold it again, making it into 8. So this is done this way for you to make it easier for you to cut. Yeah, you not to struggle too much when you're doing the cutting. So because of the length of the fabric, we need to attach something at the end. So first of all, let's cut the upper part. This is the part that will go on the lower part of the hip lower of our dress. So from here we measure 4.5. So from this starting point, which is the base, we measure 4.5. We'll do it again on the other side and make it all around. So now from that point we'll take off 34. I said the front one is going to be 34 while the back is 37. So but we'll work with the shorter part. So then the full length of the dress is 64. So we're going to make it extra, which is 66, and take. So now we've gotten the length of this one. So we'll now measure from here to here is 32. So we'll do the same all around, 32. We take. So it must be 32 all around. So I want to cross check it again. 32, 32, 32, 32. So that is it. So what do we need to do? We just cut it up. Add this one. So now I want to add material for this one. So it's into 4. So I folded it into 4. Add the extra there. Yes. So now I've cut the one that I'm gonna join on the shorter part of our offlet. I just want to split it into 2. Just stick it with a pin, so to make it easier when you are stitching the dress. So once you stick it, you pick it up, you know that, oh, this part will goes to here and there will go to the. So just put a pin to hold it on temporarily. So this is our offlet that we use to join on our dress. So put it aside. So this is the lining. I checked the stretchy part, which is this part. So I folded it into 4. You can see this is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's folded into 4, just like our dress is into 4. So place it on top, and we are using the stretchy side. Yes, so the stretchy side must be the side of the width. So we start cutting. So we don't need to measure anything. We already do all the measurements on the main fabric. So all we just need to do is to do the cutting. Yes, we just start cutting. So I just notch the center of the front for the lining and stretchy lining, and that's at the back. So now I want to separate the front from the back. This is the front, and this is the back. So the back will not have any kind of that. It's just going to have a join at the center. So this is the back of the lining. So put it aside, ready to be sewn. And this is the front. So remember, we're going to have put in our breast cup for it to fit in. So we already do the markings of that. So I just need to cut it out now to make it easier for us to stitch. So start cutting. Yeah, messed up somewhere. So this is it. This is the front. Yeah. So now put it aside to be stitched. To be stitched. Yeah. So the lining part, you just need to repeat what we did for the bottom of the This is the lining, so I just need to I folded it into 8 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, just like I did for this. So I'm repeating the same thing for the lining, the stretchy lining that will be inside. Yeah, but meanwhile the lining will not be the same length as the main dress itself. It has to be shorter than the dress. So it will be inside, but it won't be seen. So I just remember I did this one 4.5. Yes, all around. Then I cut. Then the total length was 32, but the lining will always be shorter than the main outfit. So the lining will not be seen outside, it will be main inside. Yeah, but it will add to the beauty of the dress itself. Okay. So this piece is a bit shorter, so I just need to do the same thing that I did on the other side to add to the length. So I've got the one that I will add there. So I just want to split it into 2. Yes, so that is that. This is our flag, ready to be sewn. This is the sleeves. This is the front side of our dress. This is the back. There's the back. Then the organza that we use to make a pleat on the shoulder. So it's gonna be a bit broad. So I fold it into 2. That doesn't require much. Yeah, the weight is gonna be 6.5. So after stitching, it's gonna be 5. So I fold it, so I just cut. It's a very light material. So I've cut the first side. Just place it on the other side and make sure it's equal. So once it's equal, I've got. So this is our organza design. So okay, that is that. So we are done with the cutting session of this lovely dress. So we are going to the machine now and do the stitching. Then we'll come back here for the setting. Stay tuned as we do that. Welcome to the second phase of today's teaching and learning process. Yes, we just finished with the cutting process. Now we want to do the stitching, which is the sewing process, the second phase of this teaching and learning process. Yes, if you're just watching us for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification button. Yes, please, we want to comment at the end of watching this video. Put a comment on the comment section of our page. Yes, this is still Ifi African Fashion. Ifi African Fashion is in number 155 Tracker Road, Neckline, in Cape Town, South Africa. Yes, if you want anything, want to place an order, you can do that in our website in www.ifisafricanfashion.com. www.ifisafricanfashion.com. Yes, we can do delivery as well to any part of the world. Please, we would love to hear from you and hear your comment as well. So we want to continue with the stitching of our fabric. Yes, so these are all the parts. No stitching is putting different parts of the material together. So these are all the parts. First of all, I want to start with the back. So this is the back. Just want to start with the back. So let me put this aside. I want to do the stitching at the back. So from the back on the half length, which is, remember, I always take off half four. So the half length, this is the half length where the waist starts from. So I want to make it a bit thin. It's not gonna be the same stitching space like the others. I want it to have a bit of shape at the back. So you can see this is the actual length where I notch the center of the back, but it's slightly in, so it's like ½ inch in. So this will add to the shape of the back, so it's not just gonna be straight. Then so that is that. We have joined the center of the back, so I want to join the center of the lining. Repeat the same thing we did for the back on the lining. Do the same stitching on the lining side. So what is that for the back? So I want to stitch the sleeves. So this is the sleeves. So remember, I add extra 3 inches for the folding of the sleeve. The sleeve is not going to have any form of any lining. I'm just going to fold it. Best stitch, so I'm going to repeat the same the way I folded it. Here it's on the other side of the sleeve as well. Yes, I want to stitch it. I want to stitch this front. You must make sure that both sides are equal. Then you place it on your machine. Yes, stiff. At least ½ inch. You must make sure curve it nicely. Mostly on the breast part. You must be nicely curved. Stitch it straight down. So while you are stitching, you must make sure that both sides are equal. Just want to split the side. done the other side. So this is the front side. Yes, so put it aside. The front side, yes, I'm stitching the lining as well. Yeah, so the front side is the front side of the dress, the one that started from the front neck and ending on the knee, before we have our big flare on the side. So this is one side of it. We'll stitch the other side as well. So yeah, this is the front. We are done with the front of our dress. Okay, so this is the flare part of our dress. So remember, one side was a bit shorter, so I stitch it with a pin. So now I will take off the pin, then I'll stitch it straight, starting from the one end to the other end. I'll stitch it straight, yeah, to join it and make it equal, to make it easier for us when we are doing the setting. So that is this one part of our piece. Pick it up and start joining. I don't want to include this part. I just want to start on where the main design of the fabric started from. So later when I'm doing the setting, I'm going to cut that part out. And it's more like a net on the side of it. Stitch it right down. Do the setting, then we'll see the actual length of our flare.
Action.
This is the lining. Yes, this is the lining. So the lining for the bottom. So remember, it was also short on the side. I wanted to add to just join it straight down. That piece of fabric I cut extra to complete the full length of the flare. So I'm just gonna stitch it just the way I did it on the main flare. Wait, so this is the back. So now I want to connect the lining and the front together, the lining of the back and the main body of the front together. Yes, so you just make sure the joining at the center is open, so which I just did for both sides. So you make sure you pierce it. Yes, the both lines, stitching line are facing each other and they are equal. So you know this is a very soft fabric, so I just want to stitch it with a machine. I'm gonna just put a stitch on here. This is just to connect the both of them together. Yes, on the upper part of the neck. So after the setting, then I can run the piping through. So now I just want to stitch it right on. See, I've just connected it together, so it's ready for it to go to for setting. Okay, so this is the front as well. So we're gonna repeat the same thing on the back. Yes, so we're gonna connect the lining. So we must make sure we stick this part open. Let me stick the main cloth open. Yes. So I'm just gonna stitch it. So this is just to keep it together, the lining and the main fabric together. So that is our front, this is our back, this is our sleeves. So this is the bottom. So now we are going to the table to do the setting. Okay, so this is the third phase of our teaching and learning process. I say teaching and learning has, for me, it has like 4 stages. The first stage is the cutting stage. The first one is the measurement. You have to do the measurement of what you sew. The next thing after the measurement, you do your cutting, which is the second stage. Then the third stage is to do the preparation of what you have cut so far. Then the third stage is doing the setting. So doing the setting, so which is what we are going to do here now, the setting of what we have been preparing so far, our nice dress. Yes, so we're going to do the setting of it. After the setting, then we're going to do the finishing, like the closing up of what we are designing here, and the last one, which is like double checking and cross checking of what we have done so far, then ironing. Then our dress is ready to go. So we are going to do the third phase now, which is the setting. So in doing the setting, we have to, please, if you're watching for the first time, subscribe and click the notification button as well. Yes, leave your comment on your comment section. Yes, we want to hear how do you feel about this video, which part do you want us to concentrate more on. Yes, so all those can be done on the comment section. Yes, and we are ready to give it to you. So now, before we do the setting, we have to iron it, which I have done. I iron all the parts. We open up all the joinings. I iron it nicely, both the lining and that of the main nice fabric as well. So you just have to touch the ironing on it. So once that is done, so we start cross-checking, doing the setting with our tape. So we start from the center. So this is the center. So we take our chalk on it. Here where the joint started from. So from there, we'll do the measurement of the bust. So the bust is 40.5. Remember I said this is a big stretchy material. So we're not gonna do 40, we're gonna do 13, which is instead of making it 10 and a half to quarter, we're doing it 9 and a half. Then we'll take the center of the waist. So the waist is 34, which is 8 and a half. So I'm not gonna do 8 and a half, I'm gonna make it 8. I'm talking of when you split it into 4. That circumference, the round circumference of the waist is 34, but I'm gonna make it 32 because it's a stretchy fabric. I do the same thing on this side. On the bust side is 9. Then from the half length to get the hip was 8 and a half. So do the same thing here. So from the center, so instead of making the hip, which is 43, we're making it 41 and a half. So which is 10 to quarter. So connect all this measurement from the hip to the waist, from the waist to the bust. So now this is 40 here. So we're gonna do this one. 8. So we'll do from the center, which is 8, from the center here, which is also 8. So now we've gotten the real measurement of our outfit. So we just need to trim it. Must always look our allowance. Yes. Touch it with our ironing. Yes, so make sure this one is equal. So you do all that when you're doing the setting. So make sure everything is intact. So now I want to cross check. So remember we took off 5 to get the half length. So yeah, the half length of the back is 37. But for the front, you can make it, it's more like a C curve in the front, so which is 34. This is the center of the front. Then you're gonna curve it like this. So we're just gonna cut off this U curve in front. So once that is done, to make the back shorter than the front. So that's the style anyway. So now I want to cross check it if both sides are equal. I will level up on sleeves. So both sides are equal. Just want to iron it nicely. Whenever you're doing the setting, the ironing must always be there. You have to speak small. So you don't need to struggle that one side is more than one side. So when you iron it nicely, top side, any side, it seems unequal. So you bring it out so that you can see actually how your outfit to look after you are done with the making of it. Yeah, okay, good to go. You're done with the body. You're done with the body. This is the sleeves. So you want to set the sleeve to make sure the sleeves are equal. So any part which is not equal, you just make sure the setting has to do with cross-checking and making sure that all the sides are equal. That after stitching, you will not struggle much. Here, let me cross-check the length. Yes, it's 18. So this is 18 and a half. So when I stitch with half inches, I'll be left with 18. So which is actually each one. So this is the sleeve. It's an off-shoulder sleeve. So I now measure the width of the off-shoulder. Yes, it's gonna be 8. So when I get here 5.5. Yeah, so by the time we finish stitching the sleeve on our dress, it's gonna give us the actual length we wanted. Yeah, so this is the sleeve. We are done with the setting of the sleeve, ready to be sewn. And we need this is the half length, the flare. So make sure we set it leaving this joining on the side, not on the front or the back. So must make sure this joining we have here is appearing on the side of the dress. Make sure it's appearing on the sides. I just want to cross check. Same, so I'll take off 34. So we are working on the length of the front. So I think I'll have the length to be fine. So I don't want to trim it now. So I will do the trimming when I'm done with the joining of the dress. Yes. So then I will now know the actual full length of the dress itself. So this one is a bit smaller. So I just want to make this one deeper. So it's nice you make it smaller. So when you want to fix it, you see that it's too small, you can just deepen it. Yeah. Sometimes when you cut it too big, yeah, it's not a problem, but it will warrant you to start putting pleats. So you start putting pleats on it to make it same size that you actually wanted it to be. I just want to cut it small a bit. So when I'm fixing and I see that it's smaller, I can as well dip it again. So that is that. This one is ready. So the same thing applies to the lining of our dress. The same thing applies to the lining of our dress. So the side must be on it. I just want to deepen it a bit. Okay, so I'm done with the lining. So I'm done with the setting of the lining, the main flare itself, then the body of the dress. So just put them aside. Then I want to cut the material we used to pipe the neck. Yes, so I want to make it more like a piping, like a bias piping. think this one will not be enough, so let me cut it too so that I can join it. So when it's shorter, then I can join it. So this is what I will use to pipe the neck. So we're going back to the machine now. Yes, to finish, to join up our nice, yes, peplum dress. So now we are on the final stage of our dressmaking. Yes, please like and subscribe to our channel. Subscribe, like and share, and put your comment on the comment section of our video. Yes, so we are making a more like a peplum dress. Yes, with an organza design on the neck part of it. So now we're done with the setting of our dress. So I want to quickly put the breast cup. Yes. So we must check it, make sure it's pointing nicely. So put it on the front side of our dress. So we're not going to stitch on the cloth itself, we are stitching on the lining. So but you must check it from the front if it's actually sitting nicely. Okay. So once that is done, make sure it's equal here. Then you pull it aside, you pick up the joining in the center, then you stitch it right on top of your breast cup. Make sure you stitch it right at the center. Yes, so before that iron you must stop. So do the same thing on the other side. You place it inside. You must make sure it's equal. Then turn it around. So you can see it's equal. Then you push it aside. Then we stitch. You can see we are done with the setting of our dress, with the piecing of the breast cup. So now I want to stitch the side, shape the side of the dress. So we're not going to stitch the lining and the cloth together. We're going separately. So we're going to stitch the cloth to cloth, or sequence net lace together. Already did the settings, so I think the extra allowance on the side is 2 inches. So I just have to stitch. Make sure it's stitched nicely. So we come to the other side of this side of our dress. have a double check with the first stitching. Started here. Clip and point. On the good side. So now I want to stitch the lining separately as well. So we're stitching the cloth separately and the lining separately. So we'll put our revised stitch there. So we are stitching the other side. Let's make sure they are both all equal. Making sure the threads the sides, the both fabrics are both equal. I'm done with the shaping of the side. So turn it around. The other one in the center. So one's on the side. So this is gonna be the front. Remove the center. Yeah, so it seems a bit smaller. I just want to pull it. Remember I said if it's a bit smaller, I'm also dipping it a bit. So this is the front. I'll start this from the front. So how do we know the front? Remember I didn't shape it together, so you're going to join it separately as well. So the cloth to cloth and lining to the lining. So this is the center of the lining. Okay. For the front, and this one is coming to the front side. So the notching versus the notching, make sure they are both equal, so which I've just did. Then you put it on the machine and you start stitching. And make sure these lines here are open. You just try to open up these parts and push it aside. Start back from where I started from, with the same front, and so to the back. Make sure these lines are open. From the front, so the other one seems to be the back. Now when we start from the front to make sure it's equal. So this is the side. Open it up, fold it on the side, fold it on this side, and just stitch slightly. Done with the join left, so I want to do the one for the lining. So I'm going to take the center of the lining, the front side, hold it properly, and notch it, and look for the lining. Make sure this joining is on the side, not at the center. Remember, it's going to be smaller, so just open it a bit. We'll take it from the center of the front and we'll put it like this. I also do the same thing here, fold it on the side, fold it to the side, and just stitch it. Take it out. And come on the other side. continuing the joining of the dress. Yes, so I want to cross check the length because this seems to be too long. So we'll cross check the length to see if the length is the actual length of the dress. So once that is done, we trim the excess. If it's too long, reduce it a bit. Then fold the side, the bottom, and pipe the neck and put our organza. So let's quickly see the length of the dress on the table and see how it looks. So before that is done, we need to stitch our organza. Remember I said it will have a side. It will have an organza design, little design on top of the neck. So what we need to do is just to join it. Yes, so we need the pleats, so we need it to be long so that you can make a nice pleats, decent pleats on this dress. So now I want to join it, so I don't need to stitch. So we're going to reserve starting from here and here, a place where we used to turn it out. So we're going to jump past it and start our stitching again. We'll repeat that straight to the end. And once that is done, we'll turn it out. So once we finish closing it, we'll turn it around. This is how we turn it out. Turn it out nicely. And so we take it out from the other side. Yes. So that is it. So we will do the ironing once we are cross-checking the length of the dress. Okay, so we're done with the stitching of our dress. So stitch to both sides. So remember I said the neck will be piping. You need to pipe the neck. So I cut it through for us to be able to stitch, because one part will be short. And you can see when I was cutting it, it was a bias cutting. It's not like a straight cut, it's a bias cut. So for us to pipe it, we fold it on this side, then we start stitching from the back of the sleeves. We'll place it on the machine. So we're gonna stitch it all around. Okay, so I'm doing the piping. I've did the first stitching, so now fold it after this stitch. After I did the stitch, so I folded it twice, then I put it in just like this. Yes, and now I'm stitching in between the lines. I'm stitching in between the lines. So I'm using my hand tool. There's a big tip there, so I'm using the hand wheel so to be able to support the stitch. So after that part, it's a bit. So it's going in between the lines. So this is what we call piping. This is what we call piping the sleeves, the neck. So that's how I'm gonna do it all around the neck. So after our piping, we put our guns on top of the neck. Yes, on the neck round. So you can see, this is how it looks. Yes, so beautiful, neat. Yes, so I'm stitching in between these lines. So the machine is going in between these lines, in between the lines. So that's what I'm doing. Leave one part open to take it to turn it around, to turn it out. So I want to stitch it nicely. Sometimes when you forget, so you better do it before I start fixing the plate on this place. See, our dress is really coming out so beautiful. So now I want to stitch the organza on the neck. So to pop up, so we're stitching from the center. Okay, let me take it down this way. Okay, so it's just like a pleat, a nice full kissing pleat on the neck. Don't make noise, eh? So we started with our kissing plates. So we want it to be full. So we're putting our kissing plates. Yes. We call it first plates. That is generally known as a kissing plate. Yes. You just want to put it. So it comes, this one faces each other. So we're just stitching it at the center, stitching it nicely at the center. This is the kissing plate. You can see the beauty of our dress is already coming out. So that's how we're gonna do it all around. So beautiful. This is absolutely amazing. This is very, very nice. Very, very lovely. Yes. So see it, you can even double it. You can do the same thing here and make a double of it to make it look more wow. This is lovely. I like this. This is our dress. This is our dress. This is so beautiful. So now the next video we'll see that we'll see when we fit it on, and we'll show you guys how our dress actually comes out. And please, if you like this video, subscribe to our channel, like and put your comments on the comment section of the video. Please like and share our video on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for staying tuned to us. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching If It's African Fashion. Thank you and continue to stay blessed. Bye. Hello my people. This is our lovely dress. Yes, you can see how it looks. so beautiful. So beautiful. This is the back. This is the back. This is the back. Yes. So this is our peplum dress. Indeed, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm so comfortable on this dress. It's so amazing. So the cutting process, the sewing process was indeed showcased on our video. Yes. So we need your comments on your comment section. We don't want you to watch this video and keep us quiet. You must say something on the comment section of this video. Yes, we want to hear your comments. We want to hear what you say. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Yes, please do so and click the notification button. So whenever we place our new video, you'll be the first to get a notification on our next video. Yes, please like and share our video on Facebook, Instagram, and in Twitter. Yes, so I will even do detailed description of whatever we have done on our YouTube video in our website on www.ifisafricanfashion.com. ifisafricanfashion.com. Yes, so this is our dress. So beautiful, so amazing, so comfortable. Indeed, I like it. Even me myself, I'm impressed. I love this. Yes, so if you like our dress, if you like our video, please put something on the comment section. Yes. I love you all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your love. Thank you all for all. Indeed, we are so happy. This is Ify African Fashion. Thank you.